Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be cutting and sewing this beautiful boot cut pant. If this sounds like something you're interested in, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. For this tutorial, these are the measurements you need to take. You need your round waist, your round hip, your waist to knee line, your round knee, and you need your trouser length. I'm using Ankara fabric and I already fold it into two, as you can see. To know the amount of fabric you are going to fold, you are going to divide your round hip, you are going to divide it by 4, then add extra 7 to 8 inches to it, depending on how free you want. The round hip I'm working with is 34, divided by 4 is 8.5, so I'm going to add extra 7 inch to it, making 15.5. So in here now I have 16 inches. After that, I'm going to cut out the excess so we can work on the one that we cut out. Now this fabric is folded already into two, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to mark a straight line. This line is going to serve as our waistline. After that, you are going to come to the folded part here, and I'm going to mark 2 inches. So I'm going to mark these 2 inches till I get to the hem of the fabric. After that, I will connect all the 2 inches. I'm going to connect them into a straight line. Any measurement I want to take now is going to be starting from this new line now. Now come to the waistline, and you are going to mark your waist to the crotch line. To get your waist to the crotch line, you are going to divide your round hip by 4, then add extra 2 inches to it. Mine is 10.5, but because I want to add band to the trouser, so I will remove 1.5 from the 10.5. So after I remove the 1.5, I have 9 inches. So from the waist to the crotch line now is going to be 9 inches. Still placing my tape like this, and I'm going to mark my waist to the knee line. The waist to the knee line is 21 inches. After that, I'm going to take the waist to the trouser length. So the trouser length I'm working with is 40 inches. So from the waist to the trouser length, I will mark 40 inches. After that, I'm going to connect all these lines. I'm going to connect them into a straight line. The next line that you need to mark now is going to be your waist to the hip line. To get your waist to the hip line, from the crotch line, you are going to go up by 2 inches. But if your hip is above 40 inches, you go up by 2.5. The first line is the waistline. The second line is the waist to the hip. The third line is the crotch line, the knee line, and the full length. This is what we have there. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to come to my hip line, and I'm going to mark the hip divided by 4 plus extra 1 inch. The hip I'm working with is 34, divided by 4 is 8.5, plus extra 1 inch, that's 9.5. So I've marked the 9.5. I will come to the waistline, and I'm going to mark the 9.5 as well. Now I'm going to connect all these points. I'm going to connect them into a straight line, connect it to meet the crotch line as well. So make sure you take the measurement. You have the same 9.5 on the crotch line. From this new line now, I will go out by 2 inches. If your hip is more than 40 inches, do 2.5. So from this new line now, I'm going to mark 2 inches. So this is it here, as you can see here. The next thing to do now is to do our crotch cuff. So you are going to connect the hip line. You are going to connect it to the 2 inches we just marked. You connect them like this. Because this trouser is having a band, so you need to input your waist measurement on the waistline. So from the crotch line now, I'm going to mark my waist divided by 4 plus extra 1 inch. The waist I'm working with is 26. 26 divided by 4 is going to give me 6.5. So if I add 1 inch to it, I have 7.5. So I've marked the 7.5. Now what I'm going to do is to connect my hip line with the measurement we mark on the waistline. So you connect the waistline to meet the hip line, as you can see here. After that, you are going to come to the crotch line here, and you are going to mark all the measurements you have there. You mark whatever you have there. I have 11.25 there. So I'm going to divide the 11.25. I'm going to divide it into 2. So after dividing into 2, I have 5.75. I will come to the knee line, and I'm going to mark 5.75 at that point, and I'm going to connect it to meet the crotch line like this. I'm going to connect them to meet into a straight line. After that, this is what you should have at this point. Now if you want your trouser to have a dart, you are going to extend this straight line, you are going to extend it to meet the waistline, and that is where you are going to sew your dart. Now come to the knee line, you are going to mark your round knee on the knee line. The knee I'm working with is 20 inches, so I'm going to divide the 20 inches into two. I will have 10 inches, but because we already divide this part, we already divide it into two, so I'm going to divide the 10 inches into two again. When marking it, I'm going to add extra half inch or 1 inch for joining of the both side. So on the other side I mark 5.5, and on the other side I mark 5.5. After that, I'm going to connect the right side, I'm going to connect it to meet the hip line like this, and the left one I'm going to connect it to meet the crotch line. Just watch what I'm doing there. Next thing to do now is to mark how wide I want the hem of the trouser to be, so I have to turn it to the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing here. So on the knee line I have 5.5 here, and on the other side I have 5.5. So now what I'm going to do is to connect the knee line, I'm going to connect it to the hem line like this. So when I'm connecting it, I'm going to connect it to meet the extra 2 inches we mark on the other side. So I've checked what I have there. Remember, we fold it. The folding we have there is our hip divided by 4 plus extra 8 inches. So I'm going to connect it to meet it like this. You're going to connect the knee line and you're going to connect it to meet the hem line like this. On the other side, you are going to connect the other side. You are going to connect it like this. Your boot cut can be wider than this, depends on what you want. So as you can see, this is what we have. So the flare is starting from the knee line to the trouser length. So this is how I'm going to cut it out, and when I'm cutting it out on the hem line, I'm going to add 1 inch for folding on the hem line. After you are done cutting it out, this is what we have. Don't forget to add 1 inch on the hem line. Now come to the crotch side. From the waistline, you are going to go down by 1 inch. Then the 1 inch, you are going to connect it to meet the side like this, just slant line. After that, you are going to cut it out. This is to eliminate any puffy that you will be having on the crotch side for the front. The next thing to do now is to cut out the back. So I already fold another fabric. This time around, I folded more than what I fold when I want to cut the front. So I'm going to place the front on it like this. Just watch closely what I'm doing there. After placing the front on the new fabric, this is what I have. Now I'll come to the crotch line. I'm going to extend the crotch line like this. I'll come to the waistline. I'll extend the waist up. So this is it now. So now what you are going to do, from the waistline on the front, you are going to go up by 2 inches. That 2 inches, you are going to connect it to meet the side like this. The back crotch line is always longer than the front. After that, you come to the hip line, you extend the hip also. Now you are going to come to the hip line, you mark 2 inches. Come to the crotch line, you are going to mark 2 inches as well. Whatever you add for the crotch extension on the front is what you are going to use for the back. After that, you connect the hip line, you are going to connect it to meet the crotch line. Now come to the waistline here, you are going to extend the waistline like this. After that, you are going to add 1 inch to your waist measurement. After that, you are going to connect the waistline, you are going to connect it to meet the hip line like this. So this is what we have now. Now you come to the side here. This side I'm touching here, you are going to add 1.5 inch to it. You can add 2 inch. You are going to mark the 1.5. You are going to mark it till you get to the hem of the trouser. After marking it down, you are going to connect it to meet the crotch line like this. So this is what we have now. After that, I'm going to cut it out. After you are done cutting it out, this is what you should have now. You have 2 for the front and you have 2 for the back. That is all for the cutting part. Now we need to take it to the sewing machine and go ahead to go and join it. So now I already open it up. This is the front ear, and I'll go ahead to go and sew the crotch line by half of an inch like this. Then for the back, I will measure where I want my zipper to be. Remember, I'm going to put a zipper on it. So, and the zipper I want it to be at the back. So I will mark from the waistline. I'll come down by 8 inches. Then I will sew from that 8 inches by half of an inch. This is it after I am done joining the crotch line. So this is the part you can add pocket if you want to put a pocket, but I will not be putting a pocket on my own. So this is the back. As you can see, the opening for the zipper there. The next thing to do now is to go ahead to go and place the front and the back on each other, and we are going to sew the side. You place it on each other like this. Make sure you arrange it very well. Then take it to your sewing machine and go ahead to go and join it by 1 inch. So I'm going to join it like this. When I get to the knee line, I'm going to sew it by half of an inch. So I'm going to do the same thing. You are going to match the both your front and the back, match it like this, and take it to your sewing machine and sew it. When you get to the knee line, you are going to sew it by half of an inch. So this is it after I am done joining it, as you can see here. After joining the side, the next thing to do is to go ahead to go and sew the crotch line. So I'm going to match the crotch line. I'm going to match both of them, the sewing part. I'm going to match it on each other like this. After that, I'm going to pin it down. So you are going to pin the both sides. You are going to pin it, the both crotch. You are going to pin it down. After you are done arranging it, you take it to the sewing machine like this and go ahead to go and join it by quarter or half an inch. After I am done joining it, as you can see here, this is what I have at this point. And this is the waistline. As you can see now, the next thing to do is to add the band to the waistline. So I turn it to the right side. So I'm going to take the measurements I have on the waistline. After measuring, I have 30 inches. So this 30 inches is what I'll go ahead to go and cut it out now. So I already cut out the band and I have 30 inches in length. Then in width, if I open it up, I have 4 inches there. I went ahead to iron interfacing to it. This is stay. So if I open it up like this, I have 4 inches. So that 4 inches, I fold in half inch first, then I fold in the 1.5 inch. That's the length of the band. So I have extra half inch. This half inch is what I'm going to use to join the trouser and the band together. So this half inch is what we are going to use to join the band with the trouser. So I'm going to fold it into two like this, and I will notch the center. If you want me to make a detailed tutorial how to make a band, I have a WhatsApp group. I'm going to drop the link under the comment section. You can join the link to request for any tutorial you want me to recreate for you. So now this is the center of the front. So I'm going to be placing the band, the notch band. I'm going to place it on the center front, making sure that the right side on the band is facing the wrong side on the fabric. After that, I'll pin it together like this. Then take it to the sewing machine and sew from the center till I get to the end. Then come back to the center and sew it till I get to the other side as well. So I'll go ahead to go and do this and come back to show you the next thing to do. After you are done joining in, this is what we have. Now it's time to finish up the band. So you are going to fold in the half inch that you used to sew the trouser and the band. You are going to fold it inside, then fold the other band. You are going to fold it on it like this. I hope you can understand what I'm saying. You fold it like this, then you take it to the sewing machine and go ahead to go and top stitch it. After you are done top stitching the band, you will come to the hem line and you are going to fold in the 1 inch you added when you are cutting it out. You are going to fold it like this, then fold it. You are going to sew it round. Do the same thing for the other side. You fold in your 1 inch allowance you added, then sew it round. After I am done sewing it, as you can see, this is what we have. I went ahead to iron it out. So this is the band. As you can see, the neat finishing there. The next thing to do now is to go ahead to go and add a zipper to the trouser. At the time of making this video, I don't have a short zipper, so I have to use the longer one. I'm going to cut out the excess there. And this is all for this today's tutorial. If you have watched this video to this point, thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't make it your last. I post sewing tutorial every week, and if you want me to recreate any tutorial for you, I have a WhatsApp group. I'm going to drop the link under the comment section. You can click the link and join the family. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.